Welcome back, everybody, to Ice Dogs This Week. DJ Brooks, Matt Young, Jacob Paquette. Jacob, first things first, just thanks for being on the show.
Thanks for having me.
So last week we had Jason Robertson in here, your trade partner, let's call it. I don't know what a better term for it is.
I'm not sure what I'd call it either.
Your, traveling buddy.
His old teammate, his new teammate.
Yeah. But, you get traded. What's it feel like at least having that one familiar face coming with you?
Yeah, having Jason come with me to the trade is obviously, it's a big thing, obviously, because we've been together since we were both 16 in Kingston, and then, I get here, and there's obviously, I already knew Jonesy and Elijah from previous events, and obviously playing as I'm growing up. But, you always feel comfortable for the first couple of days having someone there just, hang out with and go to rink together and stuff like that. So, yeah, it was a pretty cool thing that we both got traded together.
So, think back a couple years ago, 3 years ago actually, you were a rookie as a Kingston Frontenac. You played in Niagara in the playoffs. How much nicer will it be to play in the playoffs here this time with the home crowd, in your favor as opposed to the last time you were here?
Oh, that's definitely going to be a big change. Especially those two games we played in Niagara, it was crazy. I think every seat was sold, and it was just so loud. The band was there. I remember they had Nedeljkovic and that's there, and every time he made a nice save or a big save, it was something would go up, so make them see net or something, and it was so frustrating to play against, and the fans were just so into it, and it was just frustrating to play, and then I'm excited to be on the other side now and make it the other team, hard to play against.
Is that environment as like a 16-year-old and a rookie intimidating in a way, or no? You're kind of used to it at that point.
Yeah, well, personally for me, I don't really hear the crowd that much. I do hear it, but I kind of
background noise.
Yeah, kind of thing. I kind of focus on my game, and then you obviously hear the crowd a lot more when you're on the bench than when you actually play. So it doesn't get too much in my head.
So last year, you guys had a very competitive team in Kingston. You were the team that went all in and went and got players. Do you have kind of that feeling of maybe some unfinished business this year from not being able as a team with Kingston get to that final goal? And, what lessons did you learn from last year's playoff run? Because you guys did get pretty deep into the playoffs.
Yeah, our GM, Darren, went all in to get those 4 or 5 guys there, pretty elite players. There's some unfinished business. We had a goal in mind was to win the OHL championship, and we couldn't do it. So hopefully this year with Niagara it is, and they got more fire in me, and more determination to win, and hopefully we do win a championship here.
Looking at your hockey resume, 36 OHL playoff games, your name right now. That's over 3 years. That's 12 a year. So you're going into the second round at least every year, kind of thing, on an average basis. What do you learn from those playoff runs, and how can you use that to help this group in Niagara this year?
I think playoff is totally different kind of hockey than the regular season. There's obviously a lot more on the line. You have one back game as a team. You do get a lot of experience from playing those games. You know how to be prepared, what to expect, kind of really how much harder it is to win games too, and yeah.
Do you think those types of situations kind of fit your game? Because you don't have and this isn't a knock, but you don't have a flashy game, right? You're kind of the, simple, get the job done, battle hard, be a big body, a defensive defenseman, right? So you don't get some of the accolades, but that type of game maybe fits that playoff mentality more.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, it's a 7-game series, and you're just trying to win 4, right? It doesn't matter how, it doesn't matter what the score is. You're just trying to win 4 games, and it's first to 4. So being a shutdown D is something I take pride in, and I think I do a very, very good job at. Like I said, I think it fits the playoff a lot more because it's harder, it's more physical, it's like there's more heart into it, and I have that inside me, so I think it definitely does help during playoff time.
Yeah, and we were talking to head coach Billy Burke almost instantly after the trade, and honestly, everyone's going, Jason Robertson, OHL leading scorer, and head coach Burke was like, everyone pump the brakes. Like, Jacob Paquette's a big part of this deal. We just watch what happens over the next few weeks once you start seeing him, because, and you know, when you're on another team, a lot of people you're not flashy, so you're not the guy, you know, when you watch the highlights, you're not seeing Jacob Paquette go bar down, right? But he said, you know, you're the guy that they needed on defense, because they're, you know, the Ice Dogs defense had a lot of, you know, north-south skating, fast guys, but not a lot of the physical against the board, win those board battles, right? So, you know, the head coach comes right out and says, no, pump the brakes. This guy's going to be an important part of the trade. So just hearing that, knowing that, how does that make you feel? And, you know, does that just kind of, you know, pump up what you just said about that playoff-type mentality?
Yeah, obviously hearing that is obviously... good. I didn't even know he said that. But you're telling me, oh, it's nice. Obviously, J-Rob is possibly the best player in this league. You know, I think he's leading maybe the league in points now, or I don't know if he is anymore, but...
Second in goals, second in assists, and I think first in points, yes. But whatever, he's up there.
He's up there, so obviously he's a big name. I think mostly everyone knows him, but like you guys said, Berkey said, don't count me out, because I'm also, you know, I'm up there too. I'm a good D, and you know, I think, yeah, it's a good thing that you said that.
You had 4 points in 5 games since you've come, so you have found a little bit of offense in your game.
Almost a point a game.
Almost. But no, in all seriousness, you were drafted by the Nashville Predators. It's kind of a, for lack of that organization, you know, and going to training camp.
I've been to 2 def camps now and 2 main camps, rookie camp / yeah. I think, especially the AHL team, I think they have strong Ds as well, and you know, they kind of show me how to be prepared and like how much harder it is to play in those rookie tournaments, and it's like a lot faster and all that stuff. When I go to main camp, just watching like those guys like Subban and Yossi, they're just working so hard, even in practice, and just always doing extra after practices, working out and stuff like that. So I think it's kind of having that mindset of, you know, you can never be, you know, not good enough. You can always work on some stuff is, you know, what I learned from those guys.
Is that kind of a mindset around the Ice Dogs this year too? Because you guys have a lot of drafted guys on the team. I know you've only been here for a few weeks, but you know, Robertson's drafted, Jones is drafted, Maximov's drafted,
Thomas.
Akil Thomas is drafted. You know, Drew Hunter went to Leafs camp. Or was supposed to. Yeah. You know, a lot of guys have been drafted or going to camp. So do you kind of see some of that mentality around the team as well?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Just being here for the 2-3 weeks I've been here so far, there are guys doing extra work after practice and before practice. I think the fact that those guys did go to NHL camps, you do learn a lot from them. I'm not going to lie, you do learn a lot from the players in the AHL and the NHL. And like I said, everyone's been putting extra work in, so it's good to see.
Awesome. And we've learned a lot from you. Jacob, thanks a lot for coming on the show.
Yeah, thanks a lot for having me.
All right, time to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll talk about the games coming up this week.